Mango Math, Helping to Grow Math Confident Kids presents Follow Suit, a kindergarten game. Follow Suit is a kindergarten game that follows under the math strand of number sense or number recognition. It goes along with the Common Core standard that states a number counting or cardinal game to help students understand that each successive number name is referred to a quantity that is one larger. Follow Suit has some math terms that will help influence the children's understanding of math, and those terms would be equivalent, the same or equal, more than, and less than. You could say greater than and fewer than also. The supplies that are provided is a deck of the Mango Math playing cards. And these cards are specially made cards in which you'll notice that there are no face cards in this. The face cards have been replaced by 0s, 11s, and 12s. Also in this deck are 2 mango cards, much like a joker card would be in a regular deck of cards. To play this game, students will start with their deck of cards, and one player will deal 5 cards to each person that's playing. And they'll deal those cards out. I would suggest the first time around when you play with the kids, you have them deal them so that everybody can see the cards. At this point in kindergarten, they don't have strategy figured out, so having their cards available to see doesn't pose any disadvantage to their playing. As the students are playing, the dealer will deal 1 card face up. In this case, we have 11 of hearts. Now this game is played similar to the game Uno, in which the child is to place a card that is either 1 greater or 1 less than the card that's there, or a card that matches the same suit, in this case hearts. So this card falls in both categories. It's 1 less than 11, 10, and it has hearts on it. The next student can then lay a card down. He could, following suit, in this case this child laid a 9 down, which is 1 less. He could have also chose to play the 11 of clubs, which is 1 more than the 10. That would have been okay as well. He could also have played a heart card because that's the same suit. So they have choices on which cards. If they are playing and they cannot come up with a card, so say you're the player on the bottom with the 7, 11, 0, 0, and 9, and you don't have a suit, nor do you have a card that follows in consecutive order, you draw cards and keep adding them to your deck of cards until one comes up. In this case, you could play the 4, but if they miss the 4 and they play again, draw again, they'll notice hopefully that the 3 can be played, and the 3 is set on there. I often don't draw their attention to the fact that they've passed up a card that they could have played, because that's all part of the learning process for them to notice. There's also the opportunity, when they get a little more advanced, to play with what's called the mango card or a wild card. And that card can hold any value. You can say you can play it at any time. It could be whatever suit your card is, or it can be the next number in consecutive order, either higher or lower than your card. And you could also, if you want to, have it as a draw 2 card or a lose your turn card. It can play a number of different versions within. Some great guided questions to ask the students while you're playing. If you laid down the 12 card, what number would you have to place next when using this deck? You would not be able to go higher because there's no 13 cards, so you would have to go lower in the case of the 12 card. How many different suits are there in the deck? The student should know that there's 4 different suits. There's hearts, diamonds, clubs, and spades. And what was easier to place down? Any number card or a card of the same suit? So thinking a little bit of probability there, and hopefully they'll realize that it's easier to lay down the same suit. But that doesn't have to be pointed out to them. Just ask them their opinion at this point. It's a great game. Enjoy.